Sunflowerville was a happy place, full of bright flowers and singing birds. The houses were all different colors, but the most special house belonged to Kevin. Kevin lived in a giant seashell. It was pearly white and shimmered in the sun. Kevin loved his seashell home. It had a big, comfy bed shaped like a clam. The window looked out at the sea. Kevin could see the waves crashing on the shore.
Good morning, sunshine. Good morning, birds.
One day, Kevin decided to visit his favorite spot. It was a small cove hidden behind some rocks. The cove was like a secret world, quiet and peaceful. Kevin had a special gift. He could talk to sea creatures. They were his friends. Kevin would often visit the shore and chat with them.
Hello, Mr. Crab. How are your pincers today?
The crab would click its pincers in response.
Good morning, little fishies. Where are you off to today?
The fish would wiggle their bodies and blow bubbles.
They're just like us. They just speak a different language. You just need to listen with your heart.
And Kevin's heart was always open to his friends from the sea. Today was no different. Kevin sat by the water's edge, ready for a chat with his underwater friends. As Kevin peered into the clear water, he saw something new. It was a starfish. But this wasn't any ordinary starfish. This starfish was a beautiful shade of pink with sparkling blue eyes.
Hello, I've never seen a starfish as lovely as you before.
To Kevin's surprise, the starfish replied,
Well, thank you kindly. My name is Stella. It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's so nice to meet you, Stella. I'm Kevin. What brings you to this cove?
I've heard whispers of a magical crystal hidden deep in the ocean. A crystal that glows with the warmth of 1,000 suns.
Kevin was intrigued. A magical crystal, that sounded exciting.
A magical crystal, you say? Tell me more.
They say it's called the heart of the ocean, and that it holds the power to bring light and happiness wherever it goes.
That's right, the heart of the ocean is real.
Kevin and Stella turned to see who spoke. It was a seahorse, but not just any seahorse. This seahorse was ancient and wise. He had a long, flowing beard and a crown made of coral.
Greetings. My name is Seymour. I've been watching over this part of the ocean for centuries.
Seymour, Stella has just told me about the heart of the ocean. Is it true? Does it really exist?
It does exist, but it's hidden in the deepest, darkest part of the ocean, guarded by creatures of the deep.
Creatures of the deep? That sounds scary.
Don't worry, little one. No harm will come to you as long as you have each other and a brave heart.
Kevin, always up for an adventure, puffed out his chest.
We can do this. We can find the heart of the ocean and bring back its light.
And so, the adventure began. Kevin, Stella, and Seymour set off on their quest to find the magical crystal. They were an unlikely trio, but their hearts were brave and their spirits were high. With Seymour leading the way, Kevin and Stella followed behind, their eyes wide with wonder. The underwater world was more magical than they could have imagined. Fish of every color swam around them. Coral reefs shimmered with an ethereal glow. They met a giant octopus named Ollie, who could change colors. Ollie gave them a ride on his back, his tentacles gently propelling them through the water. They even encountered a family of dolphins who spoke in clicks and whistles. Seymour translated, and the dolphins promised to help them if they ever needed it. As they journeyed deeper, the ocean grew darker. Seymour pointed his bony snout towards a trench that seemed to stretch down into infinity.
The heart of the ocean lies at the bottom of this trench. Be on your guard.
Finally, after what felt like an eternity, they reached the bottom. There, nestled amongst the rocks, was a sight that took their breath away. It was the heart of the ocean. Just as Stella had described, it was a crystal, shaped like a heart. But it wasn't just any crystal. It pulsed with a warm golden light, illuminating the darkness with an ethereal glow.
It's beautiful, even more beautiful than I imagined.
Kevin reached out and gently touched the heart of the ocean. As soon as his fingers made contact, a surge of energy flowed through him. The light from the heart of the ocean grew brighter, filling the trench with its warmth.
We did it. We found the heart of the ocean.
You did well, young ones. Now let's take this light back to Sunflowerville.
With the heart of the ocean safely in their possession, they made their way back to the surface. The journey back seemed much shorter, perhaps because their hearts were filled with joy. The dolphins greeted them with joyful clicks and whistles, escorting them back to the cove. As Kevin stepped onto the shore, he held the heart of the ocean high above his head. The crystal pulsed with light, bathing Sunflowerville in its warm glow. The flowers seemed to bloom brighter, and the birds sang with renewed joy. From that day forward, Sunflowerville was never the same. The heart of the ocean, placed atop Kevin's seashell home, provided endless light and warmth. The villagers were overjoyed. Kevin was hailed as a hero. But for Kevin, the greatest reward was the friendship he had found with Stella and Seymour. And so, Kevin, the man who could talk to sea creatures, continued to live in his seashell home, sharing his life with his friends from the sea and the magical light of the heart of the ocean. Sunflowerville remained a place of joy, its heart forever warmed by the magical crystal and the spirit of adventure that resided within Kevin's heart.